okay? Now, from a screen, you can see that we will have a standard MIL like this. Actually, if when you are downloaded from if you download from the system, you will not see so many different columns, but only one, I think, as usual. Okay, so I just want to if this is the standard MIL that you will see for the Mexico market. And as always, we will have QID, supplier information, order buyer, and also the department category information. And until here, we will have the product information. And the reason why I want to show you the MIL for Mexico is because it will be a little bit different from the US and Canada. Okay, you will only see one pack quantity, which is only the supplier pack quantity. And because their supply pack quantity and warehouse pack quantity will have to be equally the same. So that's why we only leave one column here to show the pack quantity. As you know, in other department, we will always have the warehouse pack and supplier pack listed side by side, right? But for Mexico, they will be always the same. So that's why we only leave one column here to show the case pack, the pack quantity. So don't be surprised if you don't see, oh, where is the warehouse pack quantity? It's in supply quote, we have to check them, right? But for Mexico, they will be always the same. So that's the first highlight. The second one is the pack CBM. I think this is a new thing to the team, and I will need you to understand what is it. Actually, the pack CBM here in the supply quote is the pack dimension, and that's exactly how they will pack. What is the package dimension here to ship? So if you will see this pack CBM, it's actually this one, the cubic meters. So when you check, this is a new checking point for specifically only for Mexico market, and the number you are going to match with MIL is this one. So when you open the MIL, just here it will be a 4 decimal number. Well, there will be a numeric input and with a 4 decimals. And when you check here, you will need to understand where to indicate. It's exactly here. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, and also they will be equally the same. So that's why we only list out one. And the next column is that there is a summer indicator. Normally, I think 60 to 70% of their quote is a single item. So you will see a no here, and no need to check for other master information. But if you are seeing a assortment, so that's basically following the same for other market. But only one highlight is that for Mexico market, they are always a like item for their assortment, which means if you encounter a assortment, yes, here, and then the column P, like and different, they should always be like, actually. So when you check the quote for Mexico, this is not a Mexico quote, so just for your reference. If you are seeing indicator, it's a yes, and here for Mexico, we always be like item, okay?
Right.
And for Mexico, it's the same. The child UPC and child vendor stock number for non-assortment item, they are very critical. So when you're seeing any UPC discrepancy, we will always need to return the quote back to supplier, asking them to correct their UPC to align with the MIL. Because the UPC is a very essential and critical information for supply quote for Mexico. And in what is in the MIL is something that they stated and declare should be the same. So when you encounter any UPC discrepancy for Mexico market, do return to them until sourcing telling us that okay, suppliers is correct. So that's exactly, I think, basically the same as what we are following for US market and Canada. Normally, their child pack quantity, which in the supply quote is here, right? It's a warehouse pack quantity listed in between each individual child. Is the normally it will be the same as the one here, and so we don't sometimes when they list out baby by baby line, and we can check for them. But if it is no need to check, then you can just follow to make sure their here their supplier pack and warehouse pack is matching with the pack size here indicating. So I think everything in the MIL and how we check or matching the MIL information to make sure our checking is basically the same practice, except we have some new column like the pack CBM. One more highlight is that the business format for US for Mexico market, the wording there will be a little bit different. You will see a different language that is listing out in the retail link. Not a different language, but just a different business format wording. They will have something like bodega, and me bodega, and something like that is in their Mexican language. So, but also listing the same as what retail link will be having. So you don't need to worry about we are not familiar with their business format, but actually it's just a matching work type of work. The what stated in the MIL will be exactly the same as the supplier quote. So let me drop down a little bit for your reference. Oh, because this is a US quote, let me take a Mexico quote for you. This one. Sometimes the business format is a no need to check, but for most of the case, you will see a required field also for it here. Oh, it's locked because this is a complete quote. But no worry. It's just that you will see a different different type of business format for Mexico. But I think what we need to do is just to match what's stated in the MIL to match with the supply quote. Okay.
Yes, right.
Okay, let's move on to the flow plan. Flow plan is what we need to check for their shipment. Okay. Normally, when you download the MIL, it will also the same as what we do for the BQS, the Canada market. You have a standard MIL and a standard flow plan. Okay, and when you open the flow plan, it's essential to check these 7 columns information. which is sorry, is a six information that is a very critical one. Is the loading port, PO type, event code, destination, in-store date, and the quantity, which is the total age in the shipment page, which will indicating what is stated here exactly. The PO type, right? Event code, destination, loading port, in-store date, and the total age here. And this is okay. This is exactly what we need to check. It's very critical for the shipment, and it will always list it out in the code checking QCX platform as well. And sometimes the event code is not very important for Mexico. So you will see probably a no need to check in the event code when you are seeing the shipment in QCX. And I think it's also a new destination that we are going to encounter is the Guadalajara and Mexico City. It will most likely the most frequent destination you will see. And the in-store day, it will list out as the month, day, and year in their MIL. So for the checking rule here is that most of the time it should be exactly the same as what stated in the MIL. But sometime if all these six columns, all these other columns are matching and in-store date, we will align one allowance is that tolerance is that, for example, the MIL is saying it should be shipped out at this September 5th. But if the supplier quote is stating in September 1st, our system will also accept if only the all other other five columns are also matching. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. If that is it, the scenario system will automatically pass and accept this entire shipment. Okay. Only when all these six columns are matching and the shipment will pass. But some of the but if only you see any exception in shipment, meaning there must be something exceptional for the five other columns. Okay, not only the in-store date. Okay, so I think that's basically it for the Mexico checking. And going forward, of course, the Mexico code checking, the company ID will be 1003. If I remember correctly, you will see a program name starting from next week. I think it will have, oh, it's not here yet. But we can already enable the associate to upload their quote request here in the associate portal. And they will see, let me change a little bit. Do we have anything here? Don't think so. So just a heads up, beginning from the Mexico market will be launched officially next week, and I will not expect a lot of quotes coming in within next week. Once after we launch, I will circulate and also have a separate sharing section to each individual business department to demo and share to also share with them the entire process so that I think the week after you will gradually see some quotes for Mexico market coming in. So do prepare the team with the MIL and to go through with them how they should read and how they would expect the checking fields for Mexico market. And also in which you can also find the checking rules for Mexico. I will share with you guys this document right after the meeting, and you can walk through the team with and download them with all the information I share now. Okay.
Yeah, that will be helpful. We'll do that.
Okay. So that's the first part for Mexico.